Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina and happy second day of the Winterween Readathon. I have done some reading since last night and I'm currently at page 190 of an Unwanted Guest. So I literally have 100 pages left of this book to go. My goal is to finish it by today. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we are going to try. And then if I have time today or early tomorrow, I will be starting my next read, which is going to be The Haunting of Brynn Wilder. And that is the buddy read pick for this readathon. Let me just go grab it real quick. So The Haunting of Brynn Wilder, like I said, is going to be my next read. This one is also pretty short. I think it's only like 274 pages. So it's actually a little bit less than an Unwanted Guest. So I'm hoping that I can get through this quickly and that it's also enjoyable. But I did want to update you guys on some of the things that I read since the last time that I spoke to you yesterday. So as I mentioned, we are now fully into the murder mystery portion of this novel, and I think that now we are at that point where the characters are starting to think who is the murderer, who is the killer. And there's two theories going around. One theory is that it is one of the guests staying there that is the killer, and the other theory is that it is somebody who is hiding out within the inn and they don't know about that person and that person is the killer. So it's getting really interesting right now, and honestly the way that I am reading this is actually quite similar to this game that I used to play when I was younger with my friends, and even at work. It's called Mafia. It's also called Murder Mystery, and it's basically everybody in the group gets assigned a role. You're either a regular person, or you are the detective, or you are the murderer. And the murderer chooses one person secretly to be killed, and then the detective has to find out who is the murderer, and everybody in the group has to share a story kind of explaining their alibi or why they aren't the murderer, and the detective chooses based on those alibi stories. So for some reason, hearing them discuss who they think the murderer is really reminds me of that game that I used to play when I was younger, and it's just it shouldn't be funny, but to me it's hilarious when people are pointing fingers at each other and they're wait, maybe it's you're the killer because you saw this person do this and you have a motive and blah blah blah, and then the person's me? No. And it's just this big dramatic scene where everybody's pointing fingers at each other and nobody really knows what the hell is going on. So I am definitely finding this an entertaining read for sure. I don't think that it's slow because I am kind of going through it rather quickly, and like I said, I do want to find out what's going on, but as of now I think that it's more of an average thriller read for me. It's definitely not something that's going to be an all-time favorite of mine. It'll probably just be a 3 to 4 star read for me at this point, unless some crazy things go down. But that's where I am right now. I am going to do some reading soon. I just want to make myself some breakfast. I'm going to eat it, and then I will get into my reading. So I will catch in with you guys in a little bit. So I made myself some breakfast, 2 scrambled eggs, some toast with butter, and then I have these leftover sweet potato fries that my sister got me yesterday. So I just heated them up, and I'm going to eat this. So this is what I mean by her ending on like non-cliffhanger sentences. So the chapter ends over here, and it's like, this time he recognizes the door to the woodshed. He hesitates, then pushes the door open, or then pushes open the door. So like, I feel like to add more suspense, I would have said, and what he sees next shocks him or something. Maybe that's cheesy, but that's kind of like what would get the person to like need to know what's going on in the next chapter, rather than just, oh, hello there. Hi, Yoda. Hi, baby. He wants to come read too. So every time I sit down or lay down on the couch or the bed, this little guy has to come and lay on top of me. You love laying with mommy? He's so cute. He's just a big baby. Okay, so I'm still sitting here reading, and oh my god, this is getting so freaking crazy. I'm about at page 240, so I really only have 50 pages left of this book, and it's just like insane. Like, people are just dying and accusing other people left and right. They all are like sleeping in the lobby because the power is out and it's freezing in their room, so they're kind of like by the fireplace and they all want to stick together. But overnight, one of the guests there in the lobby with them freaking died, and like nobody noticed what happened. I just don't understand who the hell the freaking killer is. Like, I had theories throughout the book, but I don't know. It's just one of those things that literally anybody could be the killer, and it's just like not obvious, which is great. And I don't know, I'm just like so eager to know who did it. And also, like, I wanted to mention that a lot of times in like gothic novels or like haunted house type horror novels and thrillers, you get this like sense that like the house is a character. Like, that's like a trope where the house is like alive in some sense, where it feels alive. And we don't get that with the inn here, but more interestingly, I'm getting that sense with like the weather and like the nature outside. I feel like the way that Sherry Lapina describes the weather and the nature outside, like the storm, it just makes it feel like the storm itself is its own character, kind of propelling events, and like, I don't know. It's just really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading and hopefully I will finish it soon. Okay, you guys, so it's a little bit later. It's now it's 2 o'clock, and I just finished reading An Unwanted Guest. I am done with my first book of the readathon, and I did really enjoy this. I think that the first 80% of the book was more interesting to me than the last like 20%. I did also feel like the ending, I mean, I didn't think that it was slow, but I didn't really care for the revelation as much as I would have hoped to. I'm not going to spoil anything, who the killer is or, you know, what happened, but I just found it to be kind of like anticlimactic. I was expecting it to be more, you know, shocking and, you know, more suspenseful, but it didn't turn out that way. So that was kind of disappointing, but I still really enjoyed my experience reading this book. I think that this is a great thriller. I think it's a great murder mystery. It is definitely a slower burn thriller, so just know that going into this. And I would definitely recommend this. I mean, it's not like my favorite book of all time, and it's not my favorite thriller of all time. I don't think that it's like really doing anything new or original. And I kind of feel the same way about this book as I did with One by One by Ruth Ware. They're very similar, and I had very similar reactions to them. So I would probably rate this 3.5 to 4 stars. I don't think that I would give it any more than 4 stars or anything less than 3.5, but I'm so glad I'm done with my first book of the readathon. My plans are to begin The Haunting of Brynn Wilder sometime today. I do want to stop by the plant store and pick up a plant. I've been meaning to go for like months, and I haven't gone, so hopefully today I can go and take you guys with me, get the plant that I've been wanting to get, and then later when I come back home I can begin reading my second book of the readathon. So I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so we are about to head over to the plant store. I'm so excited. I literally forgot my memory card in my computer at home, so I'm just using my iPhone to record, but I guess it's okay. We're just stopped. My husband went in to pick up our laundry, and then we're gonna go. I'm looking for something called a parlor palm, so I hope that they have that, and maybe a pot if I see one there. So yeah. Okay, so we are back from the plant store. It's getting dark now, so I will probably show you my new plants again tomorrow. These are my old plants. Look at my freaking snake plants. I don't know what to do. Like, should I repot this? He's sprouting a little bit more here. This is my golden pothos. It's looking a little bit scraggly, but I don't know what we're gonna do with him either. I still love them. And then I got these two new guys. I was really looking for a parlor palm, but they didn't have it. There wasn't much because it's not the season for plants. So I got this. The lady said this was a peace lily, and she gave me instructions on how to care for it. So I'm not going to keep it here on the windowsill because she said lower light for this one. So I'm probably going to put it on my plant stand by the bookshelf. And then I got this little guy. I don't remember what she said the name of this one is, so if anybody knows, and they don't put the names on the actual plant, so I didn't know what it was, but she again gave me instructions on how to care for it. She said this one needs a little bit more light, so keep it by the window, which is what I'm going to do, and water it once a week. Also, can we talk about this beautiful terracotta pot that has these like streaks across it? I just think it is so beautiful. It looks like a freaking galaxy planet, like Saturn or something. I just love it so much. So yeah, those were my plant finds for the day. Hey guys, it's a little bit later. I am so exhausted. I don't even know why. I think like I woke up a little bit earlier than normal. I woke up at like, look at this. I woke up at 8:30 and like just stayed awake. So I'm like really, really tired. I've just been laying in bed and I have been doing some reading. I started The Haunting of Brynn Wilder. I'm about 40 pages in now and I think I want to at least get to page 50. So I'm gonna read another 10 pages before I end my night. It's only like 7 o'clock and I'm like exhausted. But I'm going to end the vlog here and pick up tomorrow because I know myself. I'm just going to, like I said, finish reading those 10 pages, eat my dinner, and kind of just like relax and not do anything special for the rest of the night. So I'm just going to end it here. I do have to say that I am enjoying The Haunting of Brynn Wilder so far. Only 40 pages in, and some spooky supernatural things have started happening. It's basically about a woman. She's a professor, which is awesome. I love reading about like teachers and professors, and she is moving for the summer into a boarding house in this small like lakeside town to get away from her problems. I think she's just recently dealt with like a death in the family and some other like hardships in her life, and she kind of just wants to get away and leave that all behind. And the boarding house that she moves into, there's like some other people staying there for the summer, and I believe it's haunted. Don't quite know. I will update you more tomorrow when I have more thoughts, but I will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day today. Bye guys.